Hotseat tonight. We're going to get straight into the show because I want to give away $1 million tonight. Yes, I do. Come on. Let's hope tonight is the big night. Let's meet our 6 contestants, get one of them into the hot seat right off the bat. And tonight in seat number 1 we have, during a routine medical check, Sharon Flitman discovered she only had 1 kidney. There you go. At 59, Colleen Saunders took up acting. We'll see her soon in the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Christopher Lawson rode 300 kilometres along the Great Ocean Road for the Botswana Orphan Project. Graham Cam wants to relive the 70s in a Holden Sandman, just like the one he used to have. And Jordan Hooper was mugged in Sydney, managed to convince them to give his stuff back. Paula McGrath had to sit through a timeshare presentation or to hitchhike to Texas. There you go. Your turn. Come on. Sharon Flitman from Mordialloc in Victoria is a speech pathologist with Peninsula Health, 26 years of age. Kylie's your friend up the back. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Eddie.
Welcome to the show. Sharon, tell me about speech pathology.
Oh, I absolutely love it. So I work with a lot of people who've had strokes or who have progressive neurological conditions or head and neck cancers, and essentially work on swallowing or communication therapy to try and get them back into the things they were doing before.
What a wonderful thing it must be for somebody who's gone through a horrible time, say having a stroke, and then getting them back into a situation where they can talk again and do everything. Must be wonderfully rewarding.
It's incredibly rewarding. Very tough, a lot of issues with grief and loss to deal with, but incredibly rewarding.
Hey, tell me about this. When you were 12 years of age, you're on the national spelling competition. How'd you go?
I came, I think, equal 16th nationally with about 10 other people, but they flew us up to Sydney and got a free trip to Sydney and
fantastic.
A free dictionary. So
there you go. That's what you need when you're in a spelling competition. Hey, tell me about this. Age 19, you had a stomach pain, went to the doctors, found out you only had 1 kidney.
I know, really, really thoughtless of my mother to leave that second one out.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Did you have any issues with it before?
No, it was completely by chance that I found out. There'd never been any issues, but funnily enough, my dad only has 1 kidney, but that's because he had 1 removed. So
really?
We're alike, but completely by chance.
There you go.
Apparently mine's supersized as well, so it's doing twice the work.
Turbocharged.
Turbocharged kidney.
Good on you, Sharon. Let's go so we can turbocharge your bank account, okay?
Yes,
$1 million, you want to play hot seat?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go. $100. Which of these is not a type of pasta? A, tortellini, B, penne, C, ravioli, D, macarena.
Oh, it's a tough one. I might have to lock in D, Eddie.
Lock in D, correct for $100. 200. Macarena, of course, a dance. $200 question. In 1998, Guns N' Roses had a hit with the song Sweet What Oh My. A, Child. B, Heart. C, Love. D, Dream.
That was definitely Sweet Child of Mine. I'll lock in A. Thanks, Eddie.
Lock it in for the Gunners, correct for $200. 300. A person who decides to assume personal responsibility for something is said to fall on their what? A, shield. B, sword. C, feet. D, face.
I believe it's to fall on their own sword and they get stabbed for taking the responsibility. So
locked in. Sword is in and correct for $300. 500. Giving his name to a genus of native plants was which figure from Australian history? A, Arthur Phillip. B, Joseph Banks. C, James Cook. D, Lachlan Macquarie.
I've got a good idea of what it is, but I'm not 100% sure, so I might pass this one.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay, catch you later, Sharon.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
From Albany Creek in Brisbane,
Yes.
in Queensland.
Yes.
Retired from IT, but now a model and an actor.
I am.
Tell me about your modelling career.
Well, I do a lot of retirement villages
Yeah.
and just TV commercials.
Yeah. And you're acting. Tell me about the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I was in the Pirates of the Caribbean and I went there, I did a casting. I wanted to be Johnny's wench. So...
How'd you go?
Well, I got the girls out a bit, you know.
Oh,
went
right,
for the
okay.
casting, yeah. And then
See, and I thought the puppies were Pistol and Boo, but no.
No. So anyway, I did get called up, but I was the governor's wife.
Aha.
So I just said to my friends, I thought, well, you just can't hide the breeding, can you, Eddie?
Yeah, there you go. So tell me about, did you meet Johnny Depp or anyone else?
Yes, saw Johnny Depp.
Yeah? How was he?
Yeah, he was great. He was really great, really good fun.
And who else was in the cast?
I didn't know any of the others.
Yeah? Just
Yeah.
Johnny?
No, just Johnny.
You and Johnny?
Yeah.
All right, Colleen. Lynn is your friend who's with us. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Eddie.
Great to see you here. You ready to go?
Yes.
Here we go. Giving his name to a genus of native plants was which figure from Australian history? Arthur Phillip, Joseph Banks, James Cook, Lachlan Macquarie.
Well, I think it's B, Eddie. So
Lock it
I'll
in.
lock in B, yeah.
Joseph Banks. Banksia, correct for $500. He was the botanist. Banks was the first European to collect specimens of the genus back in 1770 when it was discovered by then Lieutenant James Cook, later to be Captain
I remember
Cook.
that you...
You were there, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there, love.
You read the paper about it, did you? You're not that old, Colleen. Come on, you're only 67. You're in good nick. You're a film star and a model. You've got it all happening.
I have.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back and play for $1 million right after this. Welcome back to the Millionaire Hot Seat. 11 questions to go for $1 million. Colleen Saunders is with us for $1,000. Good luck, Colleen.
Thank you.
The word scuba derives from an acronym with the letter A standing for A, aqueduct, B, aeration, C, apparatus, D, absorption. Scuba.
I'm going to pass, Eddie.
You can pass. You've got 10 seconds to have a good look at it, though. Not
No,
interested,
I
are
don't
you?
need a good
You've got
look,
no
though.
interest whatsoever.
No.
Thank you, Colleen.
Thanks.
See you later. Hello, Christopher.
Hi.
Christopher Lawson from Essendon in Victoria is a digital producer with ABC International. What does that all mean?
Yeah, it means we make stories about Australia for people that live overseas.
For the ABC?
For the ABC.
Australian Broadcasting Commission?
Yep, that's it.
That's them?
Yep.
That's it? Right. OK, so what sort of stuff? Digital?
Yeah.
Online, obviously?
Yeah, all online.
What stories? Give me
bit.
an example.
So I did a story on a group of Chinese innovators and Australians that were getting together in Sydney last year for the Vivid Festival and made a sort of a 10-minute documentary. And,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Good on you, mate. Danielle is your wife. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Eddie.
Welcome to the show. All right, let's get on with this one. Do you know this one? The word scuba derives from an acronym with the letter A standing for aqueduct, aeration, apparatus, absorption.
Oh, I'm not really sure. I think it could be either C or B.
8 seconds. 6.
Let's lock in C. I think it could be apparatus.
Locked in C with a second on the clock. You waited your full turn there. Correct for apparatus for $1,000. The scuba stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. $1,500. How many independent states are located inside of Italy's borders? A1, B2, C3, D4.
Lock in A, number 1.
A1?
Located inside of Italy's borders. Does that include Italy?
Now, how many independent states are located
One.
inside Italy's
A.
borders?
Lock it in.
Lock it in?
Yeah.
Locked in 1.
Yeah.
Which one?
That would be the Vatican State.
Vatican's one of them. San Marino, I think, is the other. There's certainly 2. 2 is the answer. San Marino. Yeah, so Vatican City's in Rome and the Republic of San Marino's in the mountains of central Italy.
No worries.
Sorry, mate. All
Cool.
the best. Thanks, Christopher. Go, Graham.
Hey, how you going, Eddie?
Welcome. Graham Cam
Yep.
is the chef at the Traralgon Hospital.
Yeah, one of the chefs there. We've
Yeah.
got about half a dozen.
What's on the menu there at the Traralgon Hospital?
Oh, we have a lot of stir fries and a lot of healthy food now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you have to, in the old days, you would have just thrown any old muck at them, were you?
Oh, no. But
What do you
no.
do these days? So the nutrition, obviously.
Yeah,
comes
a lot
into
of
play.
nutritionals we focus on with the dietitians
Yeah.
and the speech people, and we cater for all the patients' needs now. We try and cater
Good
for
stuff,
all the
mate.
patients' needs. Yeah.
From Newborough in Victoria, 59 years of age.
Yep.
Jaden is your son up the
Yep.
back. G'day, Jaden.
How's it going, Ed?
I'm very well, mate. Good
Good to
luck.
hear.
Darren's 33, Jaden's 23 and Rachel's 22.
Yep.
Helen's your wife of 25 years.
Yep.
You ready for a $1,500 question?
Yep.
Here it comes. Which of these is the term for a small piece of lace or paper often placed under a cake? A. Baie Marie. B. Doily. C. Antimacassar. D. Cloche.
Lock in B. Eddie, please.
B. Doily is in and correct for 1,500. Now, Graham, you've been married to the beautiful Helen for 25 years. How did you meet?
Well, I was invited to a 30th birthday and I needed a +1, another partner. And I knew this girl down the road lived, but I'd never met her before. So
You'd seen her passing.
Yes, and I drove up and down the road and I thought, there's her car. So I went and knocked on her door and I said, excuse me, my name's Graham Cam. I don't know you, we've never met, but I was just wondering whether you'd like to come out with me in 2 weeks' time. And I'll come back in 2 days and can you give me an answer, please?
Yeah.
Well, fly me down, she said yes. And ever since, bang.
There you go.
Yeah, I've hit the jackpot. She's
Right.
a lovely, lovely lady.
Lovely, lovely lady. Been
Yeah.
married for 25
Yeah,
years.
yep, yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
For the younger people out there, that was a prehistoric Tinder. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I tell you what, I had courage when I walked down the drive.
So what happened when you had to come back to see if she was going to say yes?
I had me fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And I was just hoping under me breath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she opened the door and she said yes.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
So,
What'd you do? You're building.
Oh, yeah, I did in those days. You had to build up courage and talk to a lady.
Yeah.
And it was.
And that was
crikey.
it? Didn't let her over your side after that?
We grew on each other and she's a damn good lady.
Good on you, Graham.
Yep.
That's great news, mate. We're
Yep.
going to take a break and come back. 8 questions to go for a $250,000 right after this. Welcome back to the hot seat. Let's go for the big money. Graham is here to play for a $250,000. Graham, this for $2,500.
Yep.
Formerly known as Sears Tower, Willis Tower is a famous skyscraper in which major US city? A. New York, B. Los Angeles, C. San Francisco, D. Chicago.
Ooh.
The Sears Tower.
Sears Tower. Nothing rings a bell. New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles. Eddie, I'll give it a miss. I'll pass.
See you, Graham.
All right then, no worries.
Catch you, mate. Hello, Jordan.
How are you?
Jordan, I'm very well, thank you. Jordan Hoopers from Ringwood in Victoria, 35 years of age, commercial partnerships manager with online travel company.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
We sell online travel technology to lots of companies around the world, but big or small. So Webjet, Expedia, all different types, airlines, airports, you name it. So I sell to those organisations.
Good on you, mate. Nazim's your wife. Hi, Nazim.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you?
Good, thank
Is
you.
he any
How are you?
good? Is he going to go well tonight, or is he wasting our time?
We'll see.
Thank you.
There's a vote of confidence. Jordan, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Let's get this one out of the way. Are you into, do you travel much yourself? Or just in the travel industry?
I used to, but ironically you don't get to travel that much in travel. But
All right. Formerly known as Sears Tower. Willis Tower is a famous skyscraper in which major US city? New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago.
I've been to Chicago. It rings a bell, the Sears Tower, but I'm not 100%, and I really wish I could pass on as well. Thanks, Graham. I'll go with D, Chicago, and take a punt.
Chicago is in and correct for $2,500. It completed in 1974. 442 metres tall, one of the tallest buildings in the world. $4,000. The 2015 Star Wars film The Force Awakens is numbered episode what? A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, D, 7.
That's 7, D, Eddie.
No mucking around there. Locked in and correct for $4,000. Big Star Wars fan?
No, I haven't even seen it.
Haven't you?
No, I want to, but my wife's not into sci-fi, so I have to wait until get time to watch it.
Oh, really? So you've read all about it and seen all about it?
Yeah, just did. You know, it's
There you go, Jordan. $6,000 question. Castilian is the standard form of the official national language spoken in which country? A, Italy, B, Spain, C, Germany, D, Romania.
I studied there, so I should know it. In Spanish, it's Castellano, so I think it would probably be rationally Castilian would be Spain.
Lock in Spain? Lock it in. What were you doing over in Spain?
Studied there for a year. We had in uni.
Studying what?
Just Spanish.
What made you go to study Spanish?
Mum was living in the UK, and a mate was in Germany, and I thought, I might as well go somewhere that's close to the two of them. So I thought,
Wonderful.
speak Spanish.
Where'd you study?
Salamanca. It's about 2 hours west of Madrid.
Spain's correct for $6,000. Now tell me about the time you were robbed.
I just finished university actually about 10 years ago, and it was the first job out of uni. I was working home from the work Christmas party, and I was incredibly poor as you are, as you know, in your first job, and thought I'd walk through Surrey Hills up Cleveland Street, and was having a good time listening to my iPod, and these two guys on the side of the road said, can we borrow $2? And I said, sorry guys, I don't have anything. And they must have flanked around the next building because they were fronting me again about 100 metres down the road, and they're like, whoa, were you a smart ass back there? And I was like, I wasn't, I was just, don't have $2. They're like, you look like you dressed pretty well. I'm like, it's the only t-shirt I've got. They're like, you look like you got something in your pocket, what's that? I'm like, it's nothing, don't worry about it. They're like, no, show us. I'm like, so I just pulled out my mobile, just a little bit, and the one guy took it. He dashed down this dark alleyway, and he's like, get his wallet. And at this point, I was obviously hysterical. And the other guy's like, why are you making such high-pitched screaming sounds? And I was like, I'm afraid. So he said, all right, give me your wallet. I said, no, I've got no money. I have no more money than you do. I said, I'm poor. I said, I can't. And I said, you can even try my phone. I said, I've got no credit on there whatsoever. Dial 555, because that's what it was with, I think, Optus at the time. And he called to the guy out of the dark alleyway, and the guy's like, so he eventually comes out like a deer in the headlight, hands the mobile back to his friend. He said, all right, get out of here. And I said, no, can I have my phone back? And I said, honestly, dial 555. And all I remember hearing is a robotic voice over the phone saying, you have 7 cents. He gave it back to me, and he goes, all right, go home.
Did he give you money as well, did he, on the way through?
No. So,
Jordan, let's go, mate. Let's win $250,000. $10,000. The name of the coffee company Starbucks is inspired by a character from which famous novel? A, Great Expectations. B, Moby Dick. C, King Solomon's Mines. D, War of the Worlds.
I really have no idea, but I know it seemed like some sort of Nordic woman on the front of a ship, so I'll say with Moby Dick. B.
Moby Dick, in and correct for $10,000. In Moby Dick, Starbuck is the ship's first mate, and the first Starbucks coffee store opened in 1971 in Seattle. There are now 22,000 stores worldwide. 4 questions go for $250,000. Unfortunately, Graham, I think you're out of business, mate, but thanks for being part of the show.
No worries.
We'll do it right after this break. Back to the hot seat. 4 questions to go for $250,000. We've got plenty of money on the table here, Jordan. Come on, this is for $20,000. Australian Lauren Eagle is a professional competitor in which sport? A, boxing. B, surfing. C, hurdling. D, baseball.
I believe it's boxing because my friend was meant to fight her, so I'll lock in A, boxing.
Lock in boxing. Well, I hope she's not surfing if they're fighting each other, mate. Correct for $20,000. Yes, a boxer, a model, and a champion water skier as well. Her father, of course, was the water skier Peter Eagle. All right, which means Graham's out, and so too, Colleen, you're done for the night, but thank you very much, and good luck with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Thank you.
Which means this, we are down to Sharon, who can win $50,000. Paula, who we haven't even met yet, could win $100,000. Jordan, you're playing for $250,000, pal. Good luck for $50,000. In which decade did the Weber barbecue first go on sale? A, 1940s, B, 1950s, C, 1960s, D, 1970s?
Absolutely no idea. We'll be taking a punt.
Weber barbecue.
Weber barbecue, I think that the 50s stands out to me as just sort of the start of the barbecue era. I don't know why. Just I think of Australia and the US as having... I'll just say 50s B.
1950s?
No idea.
Locked in. It's correct for $50,000. Yeah, the grill was invented in 1952 by George Stephen, who worked at the Weber Brothers Metal Works in Chicago. He cut a Marine boy in half to make the barbecue, and the invention was so successful he ended up buying the business in 1959. Sharon, thanks very much for being part of the show.
Thanks.
So we're down to two. Paula, you can win $100,000 with one answer. All right, Jordan, you want to stay in that chair, buddy?
Yeah.
And win $250,000. What would you do with $250,000?
First of all, I'd take my wife on a holiday for around about a year with our little son Noah.
Yeah.
And then there's actually a house for sale next door, so I'd probably put a deposit on that.
Fantastic. So Noah is one.
Yep.
You've been married for 2 years.
Yes.
Where'd you and Nazim meet?
Actually, at a trivia night at the college lawn in Paran. So,
Yeah?
yeah. So just randomly through friends, and yeah, that's where we met. So
Good stuff. Nazim, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's go. This is for $1,000 in your pocket and a shot at $250,000. Which of these European capital cities is the farthest south? A, Warsaw, B, Berlin, C, Amsterdam, D, London.
further south. It's not Amsterdam. I think London's pretty high up as well. It'd be between, I think,
The farthest south.
farther south, yeah, either A or B, I think it would be. I'm just trying to think where Berlin is up. I think maybe I'll go with A, Warsaw. I'll take a punt on Warsaw.
Lock it in?
I'll get in, I've got no idea.
Lock it in. We might go a lap through the other contestants. Paul, we haven't seen you yet. What do you reckon?
I might try Amsterdam, just to be different.
I think I'd go Berlin.
Warsaw.
London.
London is correct. Yeah, by latitude, Berlin, Amsterdam, Warsaw, roughly 100 kilometres further north from London
So
on
close.
the latitude. So close, Jordan. You did really well. You answered a lot of questions, and Paula will buy you a beer afterwards if she wins, I'm sure. But
Thank
well
you.
done, buddy.
Cheers,
Thank you.
mate. See ya.
All the best, mate. Paula McGrath, you've won $1,000. 45 years of age, Paula McGrath from Pascoe Vale in Victoria works for the Emerson Network Power.
Yes.
What do they do?
If you've heard of the cloud, we
Yes.
sell the infrastructure to support the cloud so that your information doesn't disappear, that sort of thing.
Okay, good on you, Paula. How long have you been doing that for?
Too long, 8.5 years.
8.5 years. How long's cloud technology been going for, though?
It's been a while, but
Okay.
we started off sort of a battery company and then we've worked our way up to...
Good stuff. Rose Mitchell is your friend of 22 years. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Eddie. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hey, Paula, what are you going to do with $100,000?
Well, probably a bit of a deposit on a house, go on a trip, buy a car, shout my friends out for a pub meal or something.
Yeah, there you go. Go have a lot of fun. Hey, we're going to take a break, find out what's happening in our news update. When we come back, we're playing for $100,000 cash. Paula's in the hot seat for $100,000. Come on, Paula. You excited?
I am very excited.
Could you believe this?
I
One
thought-
question for 100 grand.
I thought I wasn't going to get here, actually.
Yeah.
The guy before me was pretty good.
He was going well, Jordan, but not well enough, unfortunately, for him. But for you, this is for $100,000. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Here it comes. Who wrote the critically acclaimed play Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead? A. Tom Stoppard. B. Sam Shepard. C. Peter Ustinov. D. Robert Bolt.
Well, I know Tom Stoppard is a playwright. I'm pretty sure Peter Ustinov is an actor. I don't even know who the other two are. So I'm just going to go with my gut and say A. Tom Stoppard.
Lock in A. Tom Stoppard. For no other reason than he's the one who stands out.
And I know he is a playwright.
He is a playwright, he is indeed. So too Sam Shepard and Robert Bolt. Peter Ustinov is an actor and a writer as well. The play Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead was written by Tom Stoppard. You've won $100,000. How about that? Congratulations. Well done. Fantastic. One question. Come over here, Bill. Paula McGrath, one question, if you don't mind. Just one. $100,000 cash. See you next time on the Millionaire Hotseat. Good night. Tonight we're going to get straight into the show because I want to give away $1 million tonight. Yes, I do. Come on. Let's hope tonight is the big night. Let's meet our 6 contestants, get one of them into the hot seat right off the bat. And tonight in seat number 1 we have, during a routine medical check, Sharon Flitman discovered she only had 1 kidney. There you go. At 59, Colleen Saunders took up acting. We'll see her soon in the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Christopher Lawson rode 300 kilometres along the Great Ocean Road for the Botswana Orphan Project. Graham Cam wants to relive the 70s in a Holden Sandman, just like the one he used to have. And Jordan Hooper was mugged in Sydney, managed to convince them to give his stuff back. Paula McGrath had to sit through a timeshare presentation or to hitchhike to Texas. There you go. Right, Sharon? Come on. Sharon Flitman from Mordialloc in Victoria is a speech pathologist with Peninsula Health, 26 years of age. Kylie's your friend up the back. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Eddie.
Welcome to the show. Sharon, tell me about speech pathology.
Oh, I absolutely love it. So I work with a lot of people who've had strokes or who have progressive neurological conditions or head and neck cancers, and essentially work on swallowing or...
James Cook, later to be Captain Cook.
I remember that you...
You were there, were you?
Yeah. I was there, love.
You read the paper about it, did you? You're not that old, Colleen. Come on, you're only 67. You're in good nick. You're a film star and a model. You've got it all happening.
I have.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back and play for $1 million right after this. Welcome back to the Millionaire Hot Seat. 11 questions to go for $1 million. Colleen Saunders is with us for $1,000. Good luck, Colleen.
Thank you.
The word scuba derives from an acronym with the letter A standing for A, aqueduct, B, aeration, C, apparatus, D, absorption.
I'm going to pass, Eddie.
You can pass. You've got 10 seconds to have a good look at it, though. Not interested,
I don't need a good
You've got
look,
no
though.
interest whatsoever.
No.
Thank you, Colleen.
Thanks.
See you later. Hello, Christopher.
Hi.
Christopher Lawson from Essendon in Victoria is a digital producer with ABC International. What does that all mean?
Yeah, it means we make stories about Australia for people that live overseas.
For the ABC?
For the ABC.
Australian Broadcasting Commission?
Yep, that's it.
That's them?
Yep.
That's it? Right. OK, so what sort of stuff? Digital?
Yeah.
Online, obviously?
Yeah, all online.
What
we
stories?
do a little
Give me
bit.
an example.
So I did a story on a group of
Or communication therapy to try and get them back into the things they were doing before.
What a wonderful thing it must be for somebody who's gone through a horrible time, say having a stroke, and then getting them back into a situation where they can talk again and do everything. Must be wonderfully rewarding.
It's incredibly rewarding. Very tough, a lot of issues with grief and loss to deal with, but incredibly rewarding.
Hey, tell me about this. When you were 12 years of age, you're on the national spelling competition. How'd you go?
I came, I think, equal 16th nationally with about 10 other people, but they flew us up to Sydney and got a free trip to Sydney and
Fantastic.
a free dictionary. So
There you go. That's what you need when you're in a spelling competition. Hey, tell me about this. Age 19, you had a stomach pain, went to the doctors, found out you only had one kidney.
I know, really, really thoughtless of my mother to leave that second one out.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Did you have any issues with it before?
No, it was completely by chance that I found out. There'd never been any issues, but funnily enough, my dad only has one kidney, but that's because he had one removed. So
Really?
we're alike, but completely by chance.
There you go.
Apparently mine's supersized as well, so it's doing twice the work.
Turbocharged.
Turbocharged kidney.
Good on you, Sharon. Let's go so we can turbocharge your bank account, okay?
Yes,
$1 million,
please.
you want to play hot seat?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go. $100. Which of these is not a type of pasta? A, tortellini, B, penne, C, ravioli, D, macarena.
Oh, it's a tough one. I might have to lock in D, Eddie.
Lock in D.
I am.
Tell me about your modelling career.
Well, I do a lot of retirement villages
Yeah.
and just TV commercials. And,
Yeah. And your acting, tell me about the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I was in the Pirates of the Caribbean and I went there, I did a casting. I wanted to be Johnny's wench. So,
How'd you go?
well, I got the girls out a bit, you know.
Oh,
went
right,
for the
okay.
casting, yeah. And then I...
See, and I thought the puppies were Pistol and Boo, but no.
No. So anyway, I did get called up, but I was the governor's wife.
Aha.
So I just said to my friends, I thought, well, you just can't hide the breeding, can you, Eddie?
Yeah, there
No.
you go. So tell me about, did you meet Johnny Depp or anyone else?
Yes, saw Johnny Depp.
Yeah? How was he?
Yeah, he was great. He was really great, really good fun.
And who else was in the cast?
I didn't know any of the others.
Yeah? Just
Yeah.
Johnny?
No, just Johnny.
You and Johnny?
Yeah.
All right, Colleen. Lynn is your friend who's with us. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Eddie.
Great to see you here. You ready to go?
Yes.
Here we go. Giving his name to a genus of native plants was which figure from Australian history? Arthur Phillip, Joseph Banks, James Cook, Lachlan Macquarie.
Well, I think it's B, Eddie. So
Lock it
I'll
in?
lock in B, yeah.
Joseph Banks. Banks here, correct for $500. He was the botanist. Banks was the first European to collect specimens of the genus back in 1770 when it was discovered by then Lieutenant. Correct for $100. 200. Macarena, of course, a dance. $200 question. In 1998, Guns N' Roses had a hit with the song Sweet What Oh Mine. A, Child. B, Heart. C, Love. D, Dream.
That was definitely Sweet Child of Mine. I'll lock in A, thanks, Eddie.
Lock it in for the Gunners, correct for $200. 300. A person who decides to assume personal responsibility for something is said to fall on their what? A, shield. B, sword. C, feet. D, face.
I believe it's to fall on their own sword and they get stabbed for taking the responsibility. So
Locked in. Sword is in and correct for $300. 500. Giving his name to a genus of native plants was which figure from Australian history? A, Arthur Phillip. B, Joseph Banks. C, James Cook. D, Lachlan Macquarie.
I've got a good idea of what it is, but I'm not 100% sure, so I might pass this one.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay, catch you later, Sharon.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
From Albany Creek in Brisbane,
Yes.
in Queensland.
Yes.
Retired from IT, but now a model and an actor.